So in one of my earlier videos in this business series, I would have talked about how I didn't know the proper address of my house, and that led me to registering my business with the wrong business address as well as home address, because both were going to be one and the same, because this is a sole proprietor or sole trader type of business. Now, because I had the wrong address, I could not open my business bank account because of the discrepancies between the utility bills that I would have provided and the address stated on the business certificate that I would have got when I registered my business. And of course, I have a whole playlist on how to register your business, and I will link it in the description down below. So when I went to agla.gov.tt, which is the Attorney General of Legal Affairs Ministry website, I looked at the company's registry section, and I went and do a little digging to find out, okay, how am I going to rectify this situation? How am I going to change the address? Because I was going down the route of trying to change my address using TT Post to change the address on the utility bill for it to match the business certificate, but that wasn't working out. So now I have to go and change it on the business certificate itself. So on the website, it said that you need to download Form 4, fill it out, and go and submit the paperwork for processing at the Ministry of Legal Affairs office, the closest one to you. So I went there, and lo and behold, that's the wrong form. So it's not Form 4, it's Form 6. And I don't know about you, but I don't work with a printer on my person when I'm going to do business, right? So I had to make sure I found the correct thing, hotspot my phone, download it on my tablet, then go to the photocopying place, which is about 2 buildings down and across the street from the legal office in San Fernando. And I reached there and I'm saying, okay, can I email you guys this document so you could print it out for me? And then they started asking me questions, and I said, well, yeah, it's one of the ministry forms for the company registry. And it was like, well, what format have we? Have forms print out here. So they so know, these people so know that the office will send you back for any little thing and expect you to just make it appear out of thin air and get the right documents or paperwork ready for them. And of course, this is their fault in the beginning, because they are not updating their website with the proper information, right? Because why is your website telling me Form 4 when it is Form 6? Like, how am I supposed to know that? Why is there always all this misinformation, right? So needless to say, I didn't have to email and go through all that dramas. I just pay for the form. I can't remember how much I pay. All I know is it was probably $5 or $6. It was a good bit, but I'm not about to go home and come back, right? The traveling money alone don't make sense. So I got the form, I filled it out, and the form allows you to change different things for registering a business as an individual, right? So this is only for an individual, Form 6. And you need, of course, your business certificate. There's this business registration number that will be on your certificate. You need to put that in on the form, and this form allows you to add proprietors, remove proprietors, change the principal place of business, change the details of the proprietor, and even change the name of the business or the nature of the business. So all these different things you are able to change, which is good news, because you can make mistakes, and of course you may change the nature of your business as time goes on and things evolve. So I had to change both the place of business and of course the proprietor's details, because it's my home address and it's the same address as the business. So those two things I had to fill out. on the form. Also, I had to do like a declaration. So what the lady in the office gave me was a little slip of paper that had everything that I should write verbatim, where I then insert my details. So it will go a little something like this, and I'm just reading this out just in case you go to one of the other offices and they don't give you this, and it's something that you would have to write out and sign as well, right? So it would go something like, I hereby certify a statement of change furnished by, and you put in your business name and address, pursuant to section 8 of the above mentioned act, was registered on, and then you put the date that you're doing the change, right? Nature of change. Notification has been given to the registrar that at the time of registration of the above mentioned business, both the principal place of business and the residential address of the sole owner of the business were incorrectly stated as, and you put the wrong address in my case. So this is very specific to what happened to me. However, if you were changing your place of business or you were changing addresses, it may be worded slightly differently, because of course people move where they live and they also move where their business is situated, right? And it would say, with effect of the date that you're signing this, both the principal place of business and the residential address of the sole owner of the business have been corrected to read, and you put the correct address, right? And then all other particulars remain the same, dated the date that this was signed, right? So of course this is not free. At that time that I did that, which was earlier this year, 2021, it cost me $100 to make this change, and they told me to come back in around, I want to say, about 5 working days. I really can't exactly remember right now, but it could have been 3 to 5 working days. And they printed it out. It was like another certificate, but it just had all the information that was changed, kind of like the declaration that I just read out, stamped and signed. So now my business certificate is a 2-part document. So this change has to go hand in hand with the business registration certificate so that it could be read correctly, right, in anything that you have to do, which most likely is either signing up for a bank account or any other legal process that you need to do. And you won't really be signing up for in another BIR number, right? Because as a sole trader, you could use your personal BIR number to file everything under one, because you're more or less one entity. So if you want to learn about registering your business online, you could click on these videos coming up next, and I'll see you in that next video.